Hello, everyone. Welcome to another segment of DTS Movie Review Monday.
My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. Man, what a fun week it has been. Barbie and Oppenheimer came out into theaters, and it's exactly what we expected it was going to be. It was a ride. What do you think?
I agree with you, man. I thought we I had a good time watching the movie,
Yeah,
right? If anybody saw it or if they missed it, I would invite you to go check out our Instagram at Discuss the Film. But we had a little excursion for ourselves, right?
yeah,
Ahead of the movies being, or at the time the movies were released, everybody does this big anticipation of Oppenheimer and Barbie being released the same weekend.
mm-hmm.
And the thing about that was that for a while these movies have been coming out, but only one movie has been really standing out amongst the rest. Barbie and Oppenheimer are the first movies that have been released at the same time where both are like competing with each other,
Yeah,
right? And it's been a while, so that's what the all the excitement about behind that was. And we went out to AMC Aventura. We went out to the AMC theater in Aventura, and we asked a bunch of moviegoers what they saw, what they were going to see, and whichever one got the most votes, that's what movie we were going to watch.
yeah. And we drowned in Barbie votes, dude. What? Everybody was out there wearing pink, and I'm saying everybody. Everybody was wearing pink. And it was very fun, honestly. It was very fun interacting with people coming in and out. A lot of people were having fun with the idea of being just asked, "Hey, what movie you watching?" And hey, I'm here to watch Barbie.
There's
It was excitement,
It
like
was
you
so
said.
fun. It was so fun. There's I like that one girl that gave us good content, like dressed in pink, hair to toenail polish, and she said she was going to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah, shout out to her. That was great. She was definitely a part of the skit, the reel that we did. But overall we watched Barbie that night, and man, I'm gonna say it right here now, what a fun movie to watch. Oh my god, from beginning to end, it was a great movie, and I was a little hesitant walking into it because we've heard some critics before about how it's not that great of a movie. And usually those are the ones that you want to listen to first, even though you are going to have your own opinion. And when you watch it yourself, you always see what these experts or whatever these big time people are saying about the movie. And the reviews weren't so positive, but man, I all I could say is positive reviews about it.
I'll say this, right? When I was looking up stuff about Barbie prior to watching it, that's actually what intrigued me more, right? I read a blurb about how, so the trailers, it shows Barbie to be this fun, happy go lucky. It looks like it's a family film. And I read this thing that said Barbie is not a family movie. And
Hmm.
I said, what?
Yeah.
What what could they possibly be talking about in this film if it's not a family movie? That's actually what it made me want to watch it even more.
Okay. All right.
We'll get into that. But first, let's talk about the director, Greta Gerwig. Right?
First
Greta,
of all, round of applause for Greta.
yes.
Round of applause. She's no stranger to directing or producing. She's actually has a lot of credits also in acting as well. So she's really a do it all performing arts performer, really.
Someone who knows the industry, like several parts of the industry anyways.
Yeah, literally.
Writing, acting, and directing now.
Exactly. And this is I wouldn't say her biggest movie. Well, no, it is her biggest movie actually. Her biggest movie, but she did a great job. If I'm not mistaken, she's also the writer.
She she is the writer of this
And
movie,
you know
yes.
how I feel about that, man. A writer and a director, bro. She had a vision, wrote it on paper, and convinced millionaires to invest in it so she can create it. And on top of that, not only that she had to convince them, she had to convince, what is it, the company Mattel, Mattel or whatever,
Mattel, yeah.
Mattel, to lend them the rights of to Barbie, and she did great. You know what I think it was? All she had to do was say, "Hey, I got Margot Robbie." That's all she had to say.
Yeah, I think that definitely sold it. I think Margot Robbie, and I know for a fact you'll agree with me. I think Margot Robbie was perfectly cast for the role.
Exactly.
Would you believe that this movie had been in the works for quite some time, and Amy Schumer was supposed to play Barbie?
Amy Schumer?
Yeah.
Gross.
Well,
Well, as to play Barbie, at
yeah.
least. Compared to what I just saw, come on.
Exactly. I can't imagine anybody else playing Barbie after watching that. But big ups to Greta Gerwig. This is her biggest film, but She did get a lot of praise for previously directing a movie called Little Women.
Okay.
So I just don't want that to get lost either. She got a lot of praise for directing the film Little Women, and that came out in 2019. So not
Okay.
too long ago either. Maybe the regard she got for that film is what put her in the runnings for
Right.
getting to direct this film or whatnot.
Yeah,
But
and what a big change into directing as well. I'm pretty sure she's done it for quite some time, but like when I was going through her credits, I saw that in 2011 she actually played the love opposite of
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand in the movie Arthur. That
Mm-hmm.
now Arthur didn't really make a lot of noise. It actually flopped because it was actually his first leading role and whatnot. It flopped and whatnot. And Naomi is the character she plays. So when I saw that she was in that movie, I'm like, wait a second, I know that name Naomi, and I saw that she was the love interest. I'm like, wow, that just goes to show you that you can literally watch anybody on screen, and you just may think, oh, this is a one time thing, or oh, what a small role, or that wasn't a great thing, and yet they are so talented behind the scenes. They're so talented to the point where years 10, 12 years later they're here directing a box office hit.
Oh yeah, box office hit for sure. So again, big ups to Greta Gerwig. Very thankful for her part in this industry. Leading lady Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. I think she's most famously known at this time as Harley Quinn,
Yes.
but she's done several other things that was easily to be loved. Also,
We already know her from Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, she played Leo DiCaprio's love interest or second love interest in the Wolf on Wall Street. That was a really good movie. Oh my gosh, that movie was so good.
Yeah, and I think she was like 23 or something like that at the time.
Yeah.
She was 23 years old. Her obviously her big hit, her debut into the filming and well to being in a movie like that with Martin Scorsese. Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And then what, like a year or two later, she gets Harley Quinn, and now she's like an iconic character. Everybody knows her. And here she is playing another iconic character, and that she absolutely killed, Barbie. She's doing
Mm-hmm.
amazing. She is doing amazing. Margot Robbie is that star that was found and has not disappointed.
Yeah. So she's great. I love watching her perform. She my what I remember her from most is Focus.
Really,
It was a heist movie that she played the love interest of
Will Smith,
yeah,
pre Will,
pre-slap Will Smith.
pre-slap Will Smith.
Pre-slap Will Smith. She played the love interest of pre-slap Will Smith, and I thought that movie was really, really great. Also,
I haven't
I
seen
like
it.
heist films, but so good, man.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it. I
yeah.
probably yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'll probably get that in there.
But I think Margot Robbie's performance in this film was really great. Also,
Yeah,
perfectly cast, had the whole look.
perfect
Um,
smile.
yeah, she just all around anything that was supposed to be Barbie. I think Margot Robbie really did a great job putting that on the screen.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Let's talk about the leading man,
Ken.
Ken,
Oh my goodness, Ken,
Ryan
played by
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, man. Yo, let me tell you something. Everybody was so concerned about Ryan Gosling being too old to play
I
Ken.
was too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, me 1000%. Me too. When I saw that Ryan Gosling was gonna be Ken, I said, "What?"
What? I'm like, okay, well, maybe we won't see him shirtless. And thank God we did, because man, he was that was crazy. I saw that. I was like, whoa, where was this in La La Land?
Right. But Ryan Gosling playing Ken, man. Let me tell you something about Ken's role in this film. Um, So here's what doesn't seem to be known
Hmm.
by a lot of people, right? Because Barbie today is seen as this material girl in a material world and whatnot.
Right.
But Barbie in its creation was supposed to be a women's empowerment image.
Hmm.
They were supposed to show Barbie having all these wonderful things while being a working woman. That's why they have mail carrier Barbie. That's why they have firefighter Barbie. That's why they have construction worker Barbie, because
Right.
she is a woman who is working and has it all,
Hmm.
right? So that's what's not known, or what doesn't seem to be known by a lot of people. So back to us thinking that Ryan Gosling would be too old for this, right? Gosling said, "Who cares how old he is? Nobody cares about Ken.
Yeah.
That's what Ryan Gosling said. And thinking on his words, that is absolutely true.
Right.
That is absolutely true.
Nobody really cares about Ken.
Ryan
I
Gosling in this film, he plays a man who is unappreciated.
yeah.
He plays a man who is unappreciated, and I gotta tell you that that story is very relatable to several people. Several people.
Several, dude. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? Several, a lot of people. What the hell are you
yeah.
talking about? Several, like oh, yeah, I know several people.
A lot of
A
people.
lot of
A
people,
man
man.
unappreciated, man, and oh my goodness, the way Ken's character arc in this movie is just wild to
I
me.
think it's great. I think he really did a great job playing Ken himself. I really like um the classic, like surfer boy, like cool. All right, dude. And all that stuff. I thought I like that. I find that funny. I find that pretty hysterical. Especially when somebody like Ryan Gosling executes those lines.
Yeah.
But he did great. Who also did a great job playing Ken was what's his name? Simu Liu.
Simu Liu.
Simu Liu, yeah, which we all know, also known as Shang-Chi from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He did really great playing Ken's opposite, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Ken also did good, and Ken, and oh, and
Red, yeah.
Ken, right? And don't forget Ken. I really that was another good thing that I liked about the movie was like there was no actual characters. Everybody was just Barbies and Kens. And
Yeah.
I found that pretty funny as well when everybody was just saying, "Hey Barbie, hi Barbie, hi Barbie, hey Ken, hey hey hey," like they were just going back and forth. I found that pretty funny. At some point, it did get annoying, but they knew when to end it and whatnot. They didn't
Yeah.
drag it too long.
Yeah. Greta Gerwig is good at that. It's like the comedic timing. Greta
Yes,
Greta Gerwig executed that very well.
right. So let's talk about a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the movie now.
All right. So in this, let me just read the synopsis real quick. Barbie suffers a crisis that leads her to question her world and her existence.
Yeah.
That is exactly what goes on in the movie.
I didn't know
So
what exactly was gonna happen in the movie. Truthfully, like what you just read, exactly what I read. I'm like, okay, so she goes into the real world. Well, I wonder what it's gonna be like. I didn't really know what was going on, so I went into watching this movie not sure what the story was gonna be about. And honestly, I think that's a great way to watch a film.
yes,
Not knowing exactly what the story is gonna be about because now you have an idea. Now you start thinking, oh, this is how it can end. When you could just watch it and not have a clue of how it can end. So that's how I watched it, and it was great. And bro, I from the very beginning when they started with introducing all the Barbies and how Barbie Land is, they made it so perfect, at least for the Barbies.
hmm
And then we see how it is in the real world, which we're currently living in. They didn't change a thing about that, obviously.
yeah.
And what is it exactly that brings Barbie into the real world? What happens?
So Barbie's just living this normal life every single day, and one day, she there's a spontaneous choreographed dance scene, right?
Mm.
And in the middle of the dance scene, she asks everybody, "Do you guys ever think of death?"
Do you guys ever feel like? Do you ever think of dying?
Yeah, do you guys ever think of dying? And everyone just stopped.
I love the DJ scratch. Like, what did you say? And he goes, I feel like dying to the music. And then she
Yeah,
goes back to dancing. And then that's how we find out that she's not so quote unquote perfect like her Barbie is supposed to be like.
yeah.
And from there, the next day she's always on her tippy toes because she's always wearing heels. Even when she takes off her shoes, she's always on her toes. And one day she just bump heels touch the ground. She's flat foot. Apparently, that's what they're all calling her, flat foot, and they're scared of it. They're terrified of it. And because of this, that's when she starts seeing Kate McKinnon. What is it? Kate McKinnon's character?
Yes, Kate McKinnon plays Weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie, which apparently I never had one, but apparently everybody's had. Bro, when I tell you the whole theater was cracking up and like if it was relatable, everybody apparently had a weird Barbie. Because there was that Barbie you took care of, and there's that other Barbie that you just beat the shit out of. For some God knows why reason. But yeah, and I thought she did great too. I thought she was perfectly casted for that.
Yeah.
Kate McKinnon, because she's so funny. So she basically tells her, hey, the person that's playing with you in the real world is going through something, which is the reason why you're going through something here in Barbie Land. So she tells her, you got to go find her and make her happy if you want to be happy again, type stuff. And the way they travel to the real world, I thought that was a really great shots too. I thought those were great scenes. Going from the little car ride to the
Yeah.
spaceship to the boat, I thought that was all great.
My favorite thing about those scenes is that they were done practically versus CGI. Like
Exactly.
rooms were built for those props and those vehicles to be ridden on, and things were moving, and so it was a practice. The scene was done practically versus CGI. I think Greta Gerwig made a great decision doing
Yeah.
that also.
Yeah, I think that's very important in today's time with filmmaking. Is CGI has been, I don't want to say overused, because it's still being used and we're still being entertained by it, but it's gotten to the point where doing stuff the old school way, like practical, it makes the film even cooler to watch.
Exactly.
I mean, look at Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, there is no CGI whatsoever in that film. Yeah, well, we'll get into Oppenheimer next week, but there is no CGI in Oppenheimer, so there goes another example of how great a film could be with just practical filming.
Yeah.
But back to Barbie. So yeah, Barbie finally gets into the real world, and I told you this earlier. I really like how they introduced her character into the real world when she finally hits California, and I've seen this before. Somebody from another universe comes to our world, and it's all different and weird. I've seen it before. I didn't want it to drag on too long. I didn't think it was that funny, but the way they did it with Barbie and Ken's character was great. I love how they interacted with the construction people. Hey, ladies, how are you guys doing? And then when they changed and got new outfits, hey, how do I look? I look great. Hey, you're supposed to pay for that. Run, and they start hauling ass. Oh, I found stuff like that funny. They didn't drag it too long. Right after that, oh, we were here back for the girl that we're supposed to find. And when they get to a point where they split, and Ryan Gosling's character goes on about and finds out how this world is, which is completely different to Barbie Land, where it's not so much run by women as how it is in Barbie Land, and he
Hmm.
finds it interesting. He finds it different.
Yeah.
And I just love the way he just reacts to it. Like, he's just like, what the heck? What's going on here? He's smiling, everything. Somebody asks him for the time, and he looks back and like, you respect me asking me for the time.
Which goes back to what I said. Ken being a man unappreciated, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that finding appreciation from somebody, he takes it overboard.
Yeah, he definitely does. Barbie, on the other hand, she finds the girl that needs the help and whatnot, and finds out she's a brat. She finds out she's a brat, and then from there we find out, no, Mattel, the company Mattel that owns Barbie, finds out, oh, Barbie came into the real world, and they treat it like DefCon 1 or whatever is the important number. But they go crazy, they go berserk. They need to find it. They need to resolve this before something happens. And funny enough, the CEO is played by your favorite comedian, Will Ferrell.
That is not my favorite comedian,
You
but
told me it is, bro. You tell me how much you love Will Ferrell.
but Will Ferrell was an absolutely pleasant cameo in the film, right? It was so funny. Like let me tell you, I think Will Ferrell maybe has 3 or 4 scenes in this movie, and every scene he's in, he makes sure that he's the one you're looking at on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's Will Ferrell. By the way, Frankie hates Will Ferrell. Everybody, so leave a comment on how disgraceful this guy is.
Oh man, but yeah, the CEO of Mattel in this film is Will Ferrell, and they make it their mission to get Barbie back into the real world.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this version of the real world, the FBI knows that Barbie Land exists.
Yes.
I thought that was so
Oh
funny.
yeah, they called them up. They're like, "This is the FBI. One of your Barbies is into the real world." What? That's impossible. Get your shit together, or some shit like that.
So yeah, but yeah. So in this world, the FBI knows that Barbie Land exists, and they just make it their mission to get Barbie back to Barbie Land before she changes things in the real world.
Yeah.
And it was so I'll just say this: the movie, like it is said at the like, or what made me want to watch it, There's some very serious messages in it. There's some very serious messages in it. Um, Several people, many people, a lot of people can relate to many things being said in this film, right? It's very upbeat, right? There are some scenes that are campy, but the underlying messages are really, really heavy,
Hmm.
and that's what really draws me to this movie. The fact that you can tell such important messages while making sure people are being entertained. Greta Gerwig did her thing.
Yeah, she really did. She really, really did. She delivered this movie, man. And you know what I was thinking about the other day too? We're currently living in a moment where Barbie is going to be a generational icon for many years to come.
Hmm.
You know, like we had our time with Moana, we had our time with Frozen, and yes, I'm naming kids movies because this is exactly what it's going to be. Barbie wasn't made for just for adults. Sure, there were some adult, jokes in there, but the movie was very, very family friendly. A lot of little girls, a lot of little kids today are gonna watch that movie and laugh the same way we did. And this is that movie that they're gonna watch over and over. People are gonna be singing Ken's song over and over. They're gonna be making what's this thing called famous quotes, famous lines from the movie. They're gonna be
Hmm.
repeating that for many years to come, and it's just gonna be that movie that kids today is gonna continue rewatching, and as they rewatch, they're gonna understand more jokes. That they didn't understand the last time, because they were younger. The same way today we watch movies where we watch when we were younger, and we're like, "Oh shit, this is funnier
Oh my
today."
goodness, I didn't even think about that. You're
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Because this is funnier today because now I'm understanding more. It's just that movie that you can continue watching and it's funnier each time, And I personally want to watch it again.
Yeah, I've
Barbie is a movie I would watch again.
I've seen it twice already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was like never mind. I was anyway. It was like when America, not America, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse,
Okay, yeah.
when that came out, I watched it 8 times.
Wow.
I've
Look at
already
that.
watched Barbie twice.
You got to get on Oppenheimer now.
Will do.
Oppenheimer is a 3 hour film, guys. I actually had to watch that by myself on a Wednesday at $5 at my local theater,
There
bro.
you go.
Yeah, I went to go watch it. I had time in my hands, and I knocked it out. I knocked it out. That's a long ass movie, but we'll talk about that next week. Barbie 2023 did not disappoint. I'm very excited. Um, this is one of those movies where I can tell you I understand why a lot of great films would not come out with a sequel because the first one is so good. Why make another one? Why make another one and have the chances of ruining something so great? Just leave it as how it was. I think they should not make a Barbie 2 or anything like that. Barbie was fantastic.
I don't think the movie ended with opening like with the space for a sequel. I don't
Oh,
think the movie ended with space for a sequel, but again, I loved it. What would you rate it, Herb?
oh man, I'm rating that a hardcore 9.9. Probably the only thing that's keeping that point one was probably because I was hungry at the time while I was watching it. But it was a great film. It was a great film, perfectly casted. I loved the colors. I loved the imagery. I love the creativity that this film brought to my attention. And man, it was just really, really great. What about you?
I'm gonna do what you're afraid to do for whatever reason and give it a 10.
A 10.
This movie is a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, great cast, uh, um, uh, underlying like heavy messages while making sure people are entertained.
Yes.
We love the practical scenes that they had in the movie versus using CGI. Best part of the movie, Ken's song.
Ken's honestly, I just loved Ken's character in general. It was really great. I love his desperation for her attention. Hi, Barbie, and it's like, hey, Ken. Like he felt so relieved. Like, oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling did great. Oh, Ryan Gosling did really, really good. I cannot believe I doubted him.
All right then. So there it is. Herb says
9.9, but let's round it to a 10. Why not? Let's round it to 10. Herb says 10.
all right. I say Frankie says 10. Man, the movie was really great. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed myself, and I hope everybody goes out to watch that thing also.
Yes. Watch it in
Right?
theaters. Enjoy the theatrical experience of such a great film.
Watching it in theaters, not just a family friendly movie. There's some really heavy themes in there really important themes in there. And I think that many people can walk away from that movie with an actual lesson being learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then. Guys, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. We've got Instagram. We're still on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can still find us at Discuss the Film. Check us out on YouTube as well. If you go to our Instagram, you'll see our link tree in the bio. Click there, and you can find our podcast and everywhere it's available to be listened to as well.
hmm We are excited to announce that we are going to bring out more videos pretty soon. You're going to see a lot more of Frankie and I faces being out in public, face to face topics, trending topics. It's going to be very fun what we got coming up.
Last but not least, we're also getting started on season 2. So we're going to go back to our dropping episodes multiple times during the week. We've got a new drop schedule that we're going to release also. So stay tuned for all that information. We're going to let go soon also.
Once again,
My name is Frankie.
and my name is Herb. We'll talk to you again soon.